For the first time in 29 years, gold has outperformed U.S. Treasury bonds. On November 10th, all central banks around the world held over 36,000 tons of gold, with a total value of $4 trillion US dollars, accounting for 27% of all central bank reserves. The other central banks, except the Federal Reserve, held $3.5 trillion US dollars in U.S. bonds, accounting for 23%. The percentage of gold in central bank reserves exceeded that of U.S. bonds for the first time since 1996. So, what will be the trend of gold prices in the next 3 years? I predict that it will continue to rise. From Alice Ward's personal opinion, it does not constitute investment advice. The reason is that the U.S. debt has become out of control, and the credit of the U.S. dollar has collapsed. Currently, the U.S. debt has reached 38 trillion U.S. dollars, with $1 U.S. dollar of GDP equal to 1.22 U.S. dollars of debt, far exceeding the 0.620 recommended by the International Monetary Fund. In 2025, the interest on U.S. debt alone will amount to 1.16 trillion U.S. dollars, accounting for 23.3% of the U.S. federal government's revenue, setting a new record high. In addition, there has been a fiscal deficit of nearly 1.8 trillion U.S. dollars for 2 consecutive fiscal years. Whether the U.S. can still afford the interest in the future is a major issue. At the same time, the war in Ukraine that began in 2022, where the U.S. directly froze Russia's U.S. dollar assets, indicates that U.S. dollar assets may face sanctions risks at any time. Therefore, countries have started to increase their gold reserves to transfer risks. In conclusion, we predict that the price of gold will continue to rise in the coming years.